Laker fans, what's going on? My name is Sammy Long here with Hoops Talk. Today we're getting to a Lakers Nuggets Game 3 preview video. I'm going to get into three things today. I'm going to talk about what went wrong. I'm going to talk about how, unfortunately, Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood are out again for Game 3. There was some optimism before that they would come back, but they are not playing. And then how we have to close out games against Denver. I mean, it's really come back to bite the Lakers in the first two games, and they got to change it if they want any shot in this series. So starting with what went wrong. There's a lot. I mean, to outplay Denver, really the whole game, most of the game, be up 20 on their home floor. We know how it went. Blow the lead and the Jamal Murray shot. It's just it's so disappointing because the Lakers really looked like the better team in that game. They did for most of it, and then they just went ice cold in the fourth. And there's really nothing else with it. The kind of game within the game, Anthony Davis was he had a great game with 32 points, but he was unacceptable in the fourth quarter. He took one shot in the fourth, none with the final 7 minutes. I mean, you can't have a guy making max salary not calling for the ball, and especially someone as talented as Anthony Davis. He was getting off in that game. I mean, it was just, I don't know if he was tired or what, but that can't happen again. You need him to play. Jokic and Murray were going off in the fourth, and Anthony Davis wasn't even calling for the ball, and LeBron was so gassed from carrying the team early that it's like it was just they ran out of gas, and the 20-point lead just got completely cut down. Another, Rui and Austin Reeves had a really tough games. Rui, 3 points, 38 minutes. That can't happen, obviously. I mean, there was no scoring coming from him. And, it was like, why is he playing at the end of the game when he's been that cold all game? I didn't understand that. Austin Reeves, really tough night, 4 for 11, 9 points. Again, a guy that doesn't play a lot of defense. So if he's not scoring, it's really tough to justify him being out there. Can't blame it on D'Lo. Laker fans can't blame it on D'Lo. D'Lo had a great game, came out firing early, played well for pretty much all the game. I'm not going to kill him for the end because really no one played well at the end outside of maybe LeBron, but outside of even missing the three there. It's just tough. It's just a brutal loss, and it's tough for this team to get that close. It almost would be easier, and I don't want this to happen, but if the Lakers are getting beat by 30 every night, you just go, okay, they're just completely overmatched. It's crushing. This team is so close to beating them, and throughout the game for significant portions, are playing really well, hanging with them, outplaying them at times, and then it's just the fourth quarter. It's like the inevitable. It's like the Lakers are waiting for it. They're waiting for the fall. They're waiting for them to stop hitting shots. They're waiting for the Nuggets to get one going. Murray got going, and it was really, Alan talked about this in the postgame show. It was really just kind of a gradual cut of the lead. It wasn't like, the Nuggets had 2 minutes where they scored 10 points and they just went off. It was really just starting at with 5 minutes to go in the third, just a gradual chipping away at the lead. I'm not want to do this. The Lakers lost the game. I will say some of the officiating, and I know people in the comments would be split and be half and half. Some people think it was BS. Some people think that you can't blame it on that. And the Lakers lost the game, but some of the officiating was pretty rough. I mean, the D'Angelo Russell call, I watched basketball my whole life. I played it. I didn't know that apparently once a guy shoots the ball, you can slap him in the face. That's the rules. Then, just wait for a guy to shoot. Wait for Jokic and Murray, these guys to shoot and hit him. I don't understand how that's a foul call or it gets reversed because of marginal contact. And then, Jamal Murray just kind of taps into LeBron, does a fadeaway, and gets a foul. So I think it was a collection of things. I did not like the officiating that night. The Lakers really had no answers. I did not like the kind of lackadaisical in the end of the third and the fourth, kind of just jacking up threes. They got away from what they were doing. They were having success inside, and they were playing an inside-out game. And it seems like over the first two games, when the Lakers get these leads, first game, 12-point lead, second game, 20-point lead, it's like they just keep firing up threes. And if they're making them, it works. But if they're not, then it's just the Nuggets are going inside and they're chipping away at the lead and chipping away at the lead. And then you look up and all of a sudden it's 8 points instead of 20 and 4. And I don't understand the lack of AD was having success going at Jokic. He was going right at him. He wasn't avoiding him. He wasn't trying to switch off other guys. He was going right at Nikola Jokic and having a lot of success early in that game. They just went away from it. I don't really know. I blame Anthony Davis for not calling for the ball in the fourth and demanding that I get it, and I'm the star of this team. I'm shooting the ball. You look at guys around the league. I brought this up before, but Kobe Bryant, that never would have happened. Kobe took 20 shots in the fourth quarter, and if they lost, they lost. But at least that you're going down with your best player swinging with your best punch, instead of we're trying to rely on other guys who have been cold, like Reeves and Rui. And, poor LeBron. LeBron kept the Lakers in the game when he hit the 2 threes in the fourth when the Lakers were ice cold. But it's tough to ask him to keep going because, he was so tired. He played the whole game. People forget he's 39 years old. It's when he's getting no help from anyone, it's just a tough ask. Darvin Ham, I also blame. How are you not calling a timeout and demanding that Anthony Davis get the ball? With 4 minutes to go, how are you not like, if Anthony Davis can touch the ball in this possession, I'm pulling you out outside of LeBron James. I don't. It seems like a lack of leadership from the top. I don't understand you don't challenge the Murray call. You end the game with like 2 timeouts still. Darvin Ham, you can't take him with you. I don't really know what you're doing, especially in a playoff game on the road, tight game, coming down the wire, and you have your team's losing the lead, and you have a couple timeouts to say, let's get everyone a breath, get LeBron some rest, and kind of get at it. I agree with Allen as well. He talked about it, and Taurean Prince has been kind of maligned all year, but he was playing better than Rui was at the end of the game. Rui shouldn't have been out there, and I love Rui. He's a big part of the team, but it just wasn't his night, and you could see it kind of from the get-go. I don't know why he was playing out of Taurean Prince in at the end. The rest of the bench has got to contribute. The bench had 6 points total, and it was all Taurean Prince. Dinwiddie, airball in the layup. Gabe Vincent, again, he's still getting back. It's tough to kill him when he's played like 0 basketball year, and I love what he brings defensively. So I do think he needs some minutes. Dinwiddie is just, it's surprising. He was good in Brooklyn. He's been good throughout his career. It does seem like he's just really struggling to find his way with this team, and Allen kind of talked about it. Like, I don't know if he just doesn't feel comfortable, like knowing when to shoot, if they're giving him like a shot restriction, or if he feels like he's going to get benched if he takes some of these shots. I don't know, but he's got to start, taking shots, trying to score. If he's not, I don't really know why he's out there besides trying to give other guys rest. And, the Nuggets don't have a deep bench, but Christian Brown played really well. He had 10 points. He really brought a lot of energy. So they had 12 bench points. Lakers had 6. Obviously, not great benches either way, but they outplayed them there. And then at the end of the game, the Stars were just so gassed. It was tough to come back and win the game. So hopefully next time we do this video, I don't have to do a what went wrong. It would be great to see the Lakers get a game. Looking ahead to Game 3, unfortunately, Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood are out again. Disappointing. Everyone thought that they could come back. There were some reports the other day with Dave McMenamin about that they would both come back. Especially Jared Vanderbilt would be crucial because he's a guy you could put on Michael Porter. You could put on Jamal Murray at the end of the game. But, it's tough to ask, especially when they haven't played in months, to come back in a playoff series and contribute. Vanderbilt, I feel like, could do that because he is just a great defender. You're not counting on him to get a shot back. Christian Wood is more of an offensive player. He's not a very good defender. So I don't know how effective he would have been besides eating up some foul calls on Jokic. So it sucks. But, the Lakers are going to have to run with what they run with. I don't. The one positive thing we can take heading into my last point, how to close out games against Denver, the Lakers can play with this team. And it's aggravating, and it sucks that they're down 0-2. You think that they should be down 1-1. They should have won that game too. But, they can play with this team as evidence. They have been outplaying Denver for long periods of these games and have looked like the better team at times, and then it's just the fourth quarter collapse. It's really crazy that, it's 10 straight times that Denver's beaten the Lakers, that games of this, close margin and it coming down to a couple points either way. Obviously that game was a 2-point affair, a game-winning shot, that Denver always seems to come out on top. And it's obviously not luck because they're doing it every time, again and again and again. I think it's either getting outcoached. Lakers getting outcoached. Michael Malone has really been doing an excellent job. And, their stars came alive. And like I mentioned, it's tough to ask LeBron when he's so dead tired at the end of the game to carry the load. And then AD's not calling for the ball. So The backcourt has to be better. I do think that those guys could get a little more help from guys like Reeves and Rui. It's tough to ask when, Reeves and Rui aren't doing anything, and the Lakers don't have much of a bench. We've pointed that out. D'Lo had a great game, but they were kind of keying on him, not trying to let him get the ball at the end of the game. Hopefully in LA, they might be able to close out some of these games because, the crowd's going to be in, obviously, the Lakers' favor. It's going to get loud when they go on runs, just like it was in Denver. They got to figure something out. The only answer I have at closing out the game is I don't know why Darvin Ham's taking timeouts with him, especially when you're blowing a lead. I would, use that as much time as possible to get guys rest, especially in a high altitude like Denver, and challenge. How do you go a playoff game and not even use your challenge? Especially when there's a controversial call at the end of the game when Jamal Murray taps into LeBron. I don't understand it. Again, get game 3, and then we can talk about a series. Obviously, it's very gloomy right now, considering that you outplayed them and you got swept in Denver so far, and they came back and won that game. But hey, if you were to win the next 2 games, the series would start over again. Defend your home court. If the Lakers play like they have been and can just up the pace a little bit in the fourth quarter, they will win these games and up their production. Hopefully that changes at home. Get game 3 just to stop the streak. I'm tired of hearing about how Denver's won 10 straight times. Just stop the streak. And if you win game 3, then we can talk about how crucial game 4. And then, if you win that, you restart the series. But, if they lose tonight or tomorrow, they're probably getting swept. I don't see if they go down 3-0 that they're even going to get a game. So, pull out all the stops, defend your home court, and try to make it a series. And do what you've been doing for the first 3 quarters in the fourth. And maybe some stuff will change. Hopefully, Laker fans, I appreciate it. Alan will be on the postgame show tomorrow night. I'll be doing the comments in the background. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys tomorrow. Go Lakers. Thank you.